Question 47. If p of x equals x to the 5 minus 12x plus 1, determine the remainder when p of x is divided by x plus 2. So this is a 1-mark question, not a very difficult one, especially if you know the remainder theorem. The remainder theorem tells us if we solve the factors, which I'll do. If I solve the factor, I get x equals minus 2. I could find p of x minus 2, and that will be the same as telling me what the remainder is. So I got to do negative 2 to the 5 minus 12 times negative 2 plus 1. So negative 2 to the 5, well, let's just do, I know my answer is going to be negative, so I'm going to put that in front of it because it's an odd power. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32. So I believe it is negative 32. I'm going to add the 24 because of the two negatives. And then I still have to add this 1. So we get a negative 32 plus a 25. And if you're very slow, which I am, you would go 32 subtract a 25. And that's 12 minus 5, which is 7. Okay, so our final answer here is negative 7 because the negative 32 dominates the positive 25. So the answer here, again, the remainder is negative 7. Now, we're done. We got our mark. Some people prefer to use synthetic division for this question. And I'm going to show you with synthetic division. The main part, what makes this difficult about synthetic division, is you need to keep track of your placeholders. So we again solve the factor. We put a minus 2 outside. And now we put our coefficients. We got 1x to the 5. We got to put a whole bunch of zeros. 0x to the 4, 0x to the 3, 0x squared, finally a negative 12x, and then your positive 1 constant. So to do synthetic division, of course, we're going to bring down this positive 1, and then we multiply, then add. So if we multiply, we get negative 2. We add, we get negative 2. Multiply, we get positive 4. Add, we get positive 4. Multiply, we get negative 8. Add, we get negative 8. Multiply, we get positive 16. Add, we get a positive 4. And then finally, one last multiplication, we get a negative 8. Add, we get a remainder of negative 7. So the last part of this question is, the last part in this form is your remainder of negative 7.